Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and it's gonna be a very busy day. Dokkan had a little bit of a lull after Trunks and Goten came out. Global didn't have a lot going on besides in Gogeta EZA. They get their update, and then wham bam, the sky is falling. It's like one of the worst global shafts ever. The game is just like completely broken. Very bizarre stuff, right? Now, yesterday, JP Dokkan got the same name update. This is not version Z, by the way, which they teased at the battle hour. That is something different. So last night, the update went live for JP Dokkan. Piton Battle is in the data, but it's not live yet. We think it's going to come in about a week. The same name update is now live, so you could use characters of the same name on a team, which is huge. And then finally, there is also the coin exchange mechanic, where you could trade in SSRs that you pull on these banners, and you could trade them in for 3 coins, which is unbelievably generous. If you are a global player and you summon before this update comes, I just can't get through to you. I can't get through to your brain. It's 3 coins per SSR is very good. Now, yes, you do need to have the unit rainbowed. For the most part, I would say this won't be a big deal, but obviously there are some like really, really fodder level SSRs, but definitely summoning on these banners is going to give you a lot more value because, I don't know, like at bare minimum, you can walk away from a multi-summon with like 13 coins now, right? Like if you start getting multis where you're pulling tons of SSRs, man, it's going to be good. So like I think summoning on legendary summon banners is definitely a lot more viable after the coin update than it was beforehand. We still can't completely see how it's going to work because unfortunately the banners that are out currently on JP don't work with it, right? I did a couple of summons, and even SSRs I pulled last night from the current banners did not work. So looks like, the main reason you can't trade in your old SSRs, it's something that they're putting in the data of the banner itself. It's got to be what the issue is, right? So when the Saiyan Day banner drops on JP, we'll be able to test it out and, trade in units for coins and see how it works, right? Now, Global, JP gets this update last night. Again, I couldn't help but laugh. I'm sorry, global players. I'm definitely not laughing at you guys this time because like you guys are getting railroaded for sure. There's no, it's not global shenanigans or anything like that. No, global is getting treated very unfairly. No doubt about that, right? But it's like global has maintenance, and then it's just like, oh, let's just. I believe the issue is usually Apple, by the way. It's not actually Dokkan themselves. But it's like, oh, the maintenance is just extended for hours, right? Like, it happens all the time on Global. And then it's like JP, like, they do this massive update where they change the framework of the game. And not only is the maintenance not extended, but it's actually finished sooner, right? Like, the game was live before the scheduled time. It's just insanity. And then, to top it all off, Global... I mean, it's, I don't know. It's funny just how absurd it is. Like, it's like, this is like a sitcom or something like that. Like, this is just like unbelievable. So, last night, they announced a new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history is coming. Whoo! Boy, okay, not bad. Stage 12 will soon be available. Multiple powerful enemies. I think for JP, it's stage 13, right? Yeah, for JP, it's stage 13. Because stage 12 on JP is Universe 7, right? Which Global obviously get during their anniversary. So stupid. Dude, it's so stupid. Like, what? Please just catch the games up. I've been begging for so long, and, like, now here we are with yet another stupid problem. Like, just catch the games up, dude. Like stop dilly-dallying around this bullshit here. Like, oh, let's release the stages out of order and stuff. Like, dude, come on. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, I love this. Infinite Dragon Ball history will be temporarily unavailable during the following period. Oh, yeah? Well, it hasn't been available for a week, Dokkan, actually. So, it's a little weird. It's like, okay, so the game has been... I'm sorry. This is just like, the game has been, like, unplayable for a week. It's like, all right, here's a new event coming. Like, as of right now, there's no news for a fix. We have no info on when the fix might be coming. I've assumed all along that surely this would be fixed by Saiyan. Like these issues would not persist past Saiyan. And now they're teasing events when the event is not even in the game because the game is broken. It's a little bizarre, right? I heard from Hydros that the reason why Global is having these issues, the reason everything is messed up, is because they put in the update that JP got, basically the JP anniversary update. But the thing is that Global tried to exclude support memories from it. Now, this does sort of make sense to me, only in that, again, I've been saying they're not adding, like, these anniversary things in the Global this quick. Like, the JP anniversary just happened. They're not turning around and putting, like, revival mechanic characters in the Global and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it might come before the anniversary, but not this soon. Right? And it's like, the support memories, I even saw people erroneously saying, like, oh, well, JP didn't get support memories, like, you know, on anniversary Global should. It's like, no. Support memories were. Like when the first login on the 6-year anniversary is where they gave us most of the support memories. The Oolong, the Whis Tempura, like all the ones that are broken on JP still. Those ones were all handed out as soon as the 6-year anniversary began. It was maybe 3 or 4 days before the anniversary began where the update that's currently destroying Global was implemented on JP. The problem, again, is that they didn't implement support type memories in this update. And, like, I assume the reason why they did not do that... Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to connect my account to show this. I assume the reason why they did not want to do this, it's a ridiculous reason. And, again, I am correct, as always, that Global should be caught up. And if Global was caught up, this is not even an issue that would be here, right? So I assume they're planning right now on introducing support-type memories during the 6th anniversary on Global like normal, right? Now, notice how the screen at the bottom then changes, right? Now, instead of the 6 items we've always had forever, now there is 4 slots. And then, of course, we have the support memory slot right here, right? And again, most of these support memories were given out for free as soon as the 5-year anniversary, or the 6-year anniversary started. The only 3 that were obtained after, like, the actual initial login was the Gohan and Piccolo one, the Zeno one, and then the Android 17 and 18 one. Those 3 were obtained during the 6-year anniversary. The other 5 were obtained upon first login. So, they tried to be funny and put the update in for Global, for everything, you know, revival, costumes, all this stuff, except for support memories, because I guess they didn't want this display to be there. But guess what? You guys just screwed up the game. Like, perhaps, you know, maybe, you should just, like, put the support memory thing in there. And, you know, again, this is just, literally, this is a consequence of them, for some reason, deciding we're not going to catch the games up. And rather than just following the exact schedule that JP has, you know, giving Global players foresight and stuff like that, they like to be funny and try and do things out of order. All these issues, this is just like a manifestation of them being dumb, with Global being months behind. I maintain that. Again, there's a lot of Global players out there that say they don't want to catch up, and the reason for that is because there's, like, huge advantage, like Global, you know, it's hard for me to say Global gets treated better with this issue going on, but Global does get treated better most of the time with discounts and summons and just a lot of things like that. Like, it does matter. It is a lot of extra value, right? Like, a lot of JP players, you know, we had, like, sort of like those Global type tickets for the first time during the 6-year anniversary. The amount of people tweeting me that they got some of the new LRs from those tickets is crazy. Like, it really does matter. So, like, I know a lot of Global players don't want to catch up just because tickets might go away. Like, you know, so if the Global exclusive tickets go away, guess what? You know, that's a huge advantage that Global has that you guys then lose. Now, a lot of players like to say they like the foresight of what's coming. I mean, I guess that is true. Like, at the very least, you could know for certain characters, right? Like, I don't know, Goresh has told me privately, like, yeah, Goten and Trunks are coming out. I'm getting 1 copy and I'm done, right? He said, like, a PyCon. He said, I'm getting 1 copy of PyCon, then I'll finish him with my coins later on, right? Like that's the mood he's on. So it's like, he is able to sort of, like prepare his summons in advance in that manner, to where he's like, I'm going to get the 1, and then I don't care about that character, I'm not rainbowing them, right? But a lot of Global players, they like to sort of focus, like, okay, I want to try and summon for this banner because it's got that character, it's got this character, it's got this character, but guess what? Dokkan likes to change banners an awful lot on global now, making that difficult. So I don't know. To me, it is pretty ballsy that they're like, all right, we're just gonna go ahead and announce these stages. I mean, I assume a lot of this has been like pre-planned and implemented to like go like live in the news for a while now. But it is still pretty insane, right? Like this, like the game is broken, but we're just we're we're announcing new events. It's pretty crazy. And the Dokkan Now, which is tonight, by the way, it's in, I don't know, what is it, like 12 hours or so? It is likely pre-recorded. So I don't expect them to mention it whatsoever. Nothing like that. I just don't expect we'll see any mention of the fix or anything for Saiyan Day in that Dokkan Now. We'll see what the character is, but outside of that, I do not know. The other thing too, I will say, this is not the worst global shaft of all time. I will say that confidently. Now, a lot of people are, huh? What? No. Trust me. The worst global shaft of all time was just before the 1 year anniversary when STR Gogeta came out. Remember, when STR Gogeta, if you go like who is the strongest unit in Dokkan history, correlating with how strong they were when they first came out, STR Gogeta still wins that by a mile, right? You either had him or you didn't, and that's it. That's literally it. What they did on global was they secretly lowered the summon rates. Now, again, a lot of this stuff has been lost to time. I'd have to go back and look. I believe the summon rates for SSRs were 8% at the time, and then Dokkan sort of behind the scenes lowered it to 5%. I believe. But like Laughing Man's summon like rates site has been down for years, right? So like it's tough to go back because I mean we're talking about 2016 when this was going on, right? Very, very long time ago now. But they sort of behind the scenes lowered the summon rates from 8% to 5% for the 1 year anniversary. I would argue that is absolutely the biggest global shaft of all time because I believe that did not happen on JP. They didn't lower the rates like that for JP. They only did that for global, right? That is definitely, I think, the biggest shaft of all time. Because, like, yeah, events are unplayable right now for sure. But, I mean, I gotta imagine there's going to be at least ample compensation for this. So it's like, yeah, it's annoying you guys couldn't play the game for a week. Yes, I get it. But at the very least, a lot of you free players, probably you'll get at least one free multi out of this. I would imagine at least 50 stones is going to be given out. We'll see, though. Dude, compensation, it's so impossible to say what they're going to do. Like, there's just no way. Like, you know, people are going to say, like, oh, they should give us 200 stones, 300 stones, 500 stones. It's like, well, yeah, I guess. But, like, I don't know. Like, they'll give out stones to the point that they think it's going to affect their bottom line. All right? Like, people say, like, oh, Dokkan is dying. And, like, you know, comparing Dokkan to other gacha games, like, I don't know, like, Grand Cross and stuff like that. Guess what? Grand Cross ain't on Dokkan's level, flat out. Grand Cross does not make the same amount of money that Dokkan does. Like, that's the thing. These other games have to be more generous because they don't make as much money as Dokkan. It's just how it is. So, we will see. We will see what happens here. Again, I am expecting this will be fixed by Saiyan Day, which is very, very close now. Again, the Dokkan Now is tonight. It was leaked by the French data miners that it was Broly, so we will see what's going to happen with that. Let me know what you guys think of all the global shenanigans of these bastards announcing an event while the game is broken is pretty hilarious. I had like some other things pulled up, like, you know, this Dokkan tweet last night is just like a meme factory, right? It's just like it's just hilarious. Like, people are just like, okay, sure, here's our boy Toon Rami. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the global issues. We'll see. Because if global ends up giving out, like, 200 stones, right? Like, you know, yeah, it was so bad. A horrible week for global, but you guys got 200 free stones. That's a lot of free multis, you know, for free-to-play players and stuff like that, right? It's kind of like the UI Goku step-up banner thing. They gave full refunds to anyone that summoned on that banner. So, like, it's not thought of in, you know, the history of Dokkan as an L for players, but as a W, right? People got their stones refunded. So we'll see if this situation will end up becoming a W in the future. Because, like, when global players think about JP getting 300 stones, they don't think about that as a JPL, right? That's thought of as, JP is so lucky, why can't us global players get that, right? Like, that's the way it's thought of. So if global just gets handed, like, 100 plus stones or something like that, it's only going to be thought of as a W. And I guess I should mention that this issue is still probably not on the same level as the 300 stone issue, just because that was affecting the banners themselves and Dokkan's like making money, again, affecting their bottom line, right? Whereas this is just events. Like, you can still summon. I assume Dokkan, you know, it might sound laughable, but I assume Global Dokkan is still making good money during this issue. People are still summoning. So, like, I don't know. We will see. We will see. Should be soon. I don't think it's going to take till the end of April where the World Tournament placeholder is, but we will find out soon. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.